Hey guys, Jake Roy back here with 90s B-Ball cards. So today we're going to open a couple of packs I got randomly. 94 Flair USA. I'm a sucker for some of the USA stuff. I really got hooked with the 96 Upper Deck. So this isn't as much fun for me. There's really no inserts. It's really just a bunch of base. So the 94 team wasn't the actual dream team, but you got some guys like Shaq and Sean Kemp, Larry Johnson, Mark Price. So in here, the most valuable thing you can get is a Shaq. There's, I think, 5 variations of the Shaqs, and they're each worth $1 or $2. But there are some women's team cards that are $5-6, and some coach cards that are actually relatively valuable for this set. But that's really all that we've got that we're going to be looking for. You can see that the packaging here, you've got a cardboard sleeve, a cardboard box really, and some cellophane around it. This was a premium product when it came out back in the 90s. So we're going to bust these 2 packs open. I'm not expecting a whole bunch, but it should be a little bit of fun. So as always, we've got trusty penny sleeves, and in case we get one of those valuable Shaqs or a coach card or a women's card, we've got some top loaders. So for the cellophane, I'm actually going to use a sharp knife and just be very careful to get that cellophane off quickly, but it is on there pretty tight. Not as loose as some of the boxes we've opened with the cellophane on it, but you guys can get a little bit of a feel. It's not something that you're gonna buy a box of, or back in the 90s. As a kid, you probably wouldn't buy a box of this and just rip through it really quickly because it takes a little bit of time to get it open. But got the cellophane off, so it's 2-part box. You open it up and you slide it out, and the cards are in another sleeve. So again, a little bit more like a typical package, just without any sort of graphics. They definitely didn't spare anything on the packaging for these. This plastic is pretty difficult. I've got some scissors right here. I typically don't like cutting these open with scissors, as you know from some of the prior videos, but this being a clear plastic sleeve, I can clearly see where the cards are, so I'm not going to cut anything or ding any of the edges. It's just going to make it a little bit easier. Alright, let's see what we've got here. So we've got Alonzo Mourning, that's one of the variations. Like I said, there's probably about 5 variations. They're pretty cool graphics. Dan Marley, David Robinson. Oh, there we go, one of the women's players. That is Lynette Woodard. So I'm not familiar with her, but I'll put that aside, so that's a little bit more valuable. Not sure exactly why those aren't any more rare. It's just that's what they book out for. I don't know what they could sell for online. Probably not a whole lot. Larry Johnson, Tim Hardaway, Don Nelson. That's a coach card I was telling you guys about that we can get. We got Joe Dumars, Derek Coleman, and Reggie Miller. All right. Surprised that we got a women's card, to be honest, because there's so many more in the 120 card set. You know, of each men's player, like I said, you've got a bunch of different variations. 12-man roster, so you've got probably at least 70 or 80 of the men's players. The women's, there's only about 5 of, so kind of surprised we got one. Pretty cool. All right. Again, I'm going to use the scissors again, just to save us some time and heartache trying to get into this stuff that doesn't hold a lot of value. But again, be careful if you are using scissors at home. You guys can see that this cardstock, like the Flair product, is pretty thick cardstock. Tends to be pretty durable stuff, but that's what they used on more premium products back in those times. Larry Johnson, another one of his variations. Mark Price. There's a Shaq, so that's pretty nice. It's a team card. Something a little different. Isaiah Thomas, Steve Smith, Pat Summitt. I think that's one of the more valuable ones, at least for book value. Another Mark Price, Alonzo Mourning, and the last one, Dan Marley, Thunder Dan. All right, so that's all we got. Let me know what you guys think about USA products in the comments down below. If you guys like them, I know some people love them, like myself. Other people really couldn't care less for them. But I'd love to hear what you guys think, what you guys have had for experience with the USA basketball cards. Thanks. Talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so I want to do a little bit of update for the 94 Flair. So I was telling you guys about the women's cards being worth a little bit more. So the Lynette Woodard actually books for $2. The Shaq is about $1.50, $1.25. But the Pat Summit, which I kind of just opened and wasn't too excited about, this actually books for $15. So this is by far the most valuable card in the set. I think this card by itself is worth basically the same amount as the rest of the set. So books for $15. It actually sells online. I did some research for about $5 plus shipping. So really a nice pull just having two of those packs. Something that I know some people who are pretty big fans of Pat Summit. So definitely a nice card that I pulled there. So just wanted to give you guys a little bit more information, some research that I did. Sometimes it just pays to do a little bit of research after you pull something that you're not too sure about, so you don't just chuck away a card like this that you could get a decent little bit of money for. So thanks guys again. If you like what you see here, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up on the video, and let me know what your experience has been with USA basketball cards. If you love basketball cards that are USA team oriented, or if you're really not a fan of this stuff, I'd love to hear what you guys think and what your experience has been. Thanks, we'll talk later.